Welcome back, bitches, bros, and non-bearing new hosts to the one and only Band of Misfits podcast to showcase our controlled chaos we call our friendship. Joining us currently, I should say, is just me and Wolf, because Panda is currently picking up Josh, and Lotte is currently shutting down her computer.
Yes, Lotte's computer is angry at her because she hasn't shut it down in a few days. By the way, guys, when you have a computer, you're supposed to shut your computer fully down. Like, not just do restart, put it in sleep mode. You're supposed to shut it down at least every 3 days so your computer can do updates. And she just checked her computer because we could hear a bunch of background noise because her fan was running really, really loudly. And yeah, her computer was like, please shut down so I can update. So, and then, Panda is picking up Josh. So she will join us as soon as Josh is driving.
I do that every time I'm not using it.
Yes, which is what you're supposed to do. But some people will be like, oh, but I'm in the middle of something. Well, it's called bookmarking. You know, bookmark the page you're on. Save your work, shut your computer down. Because eventually the computer's just going to do a forceful restart. Or it's just going to shut down randomly. And then anything you were working on, any of the tabs you got open, are going to be gone. So.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's not ideal at all. So, that's why I tell people, shut your computer down every 3 days so it can update, and then you won't have problems with it.
But anywho, Warfield wants to debate on
Listen.
the difference between his thrift shop and my kingdom.
Okay. Listen. So, long story short, I play Minecraft. And my common thing to do, and this is smart, y'all will agree with me, set up base near a village, lure all the villagers into your house. In this case, I stuck them in a basement. I made a basement and made stalls, trapped a villager per stall. I didn't have enough villagers, so I forced them to have kids. And then put something down so they could find a job and be useful. And then harvested all their houses for, supplies and wood and cobblestone and all that. There is nothing wrong with that. They are doing good work. They get fed occasionally.
There's the one with the emotional detachment disorder.
Listen, they're doing their job, and that is all that matters.
Uh-huh.
And I turned their village into a giant farm. It works. I get a ton of food. And we get to make trades. They get things like emeralds. And I get things like ender pearls and magic things. So. It's. Yeah, these guys, ever since I showed them it. Because I showed them it on both of the servers I have going. Which one of them I really like. The other server I might get rid of just because I don't really care for it. But I showed them on both of them, and their only reaction was, that's a sweatshop. It's not a sweatshop. It's people who are working 24/7. Who are trapped and not able to leave, who don't get paid.
Wolf? Do you hear yourself?
It's not a sweatshop. It's not a sweatshop.
You are in denial, Missy.
What do you mean, Missy?
Honey, you are in denial. That is a sweatshop down there.
No, I'm saying, don't go all sassy on me. It is not a sweat. If mine is a sweatshop, yours is too. He has a king. No. He has a kingdom, and he forces his villagers to do work so he can, get stuff from them.
No, they gather stuff because they like me.
My villagers like me. I give them nice things.
Honey,
They're rich in emeralds. They have nothing to complain about.
The Minecraft guys aren't very expressive.
That's true. All they do is go all day. So.
Yeah, my people actually have dialogue.
Listen. Mine are fine.
Uh-huh.
They're alive! I keep them safe from mobs. There. I keep them safe from mobs like spiders, skeletons, zombies. All that would have attacked them because their village was in the middle of an open plain and had virtually no lights in it. So monsters were all over the place. I saved them. They're safe in my basement.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
They are safe in my basement.
Hey, Panda, maybe you can be the deciding factor on this.
Sure, I missed all that because I was talking with Joshua.
Yeah, no, you're good. So...
Let me explain it. Long story short, I went into a village, took all the villagers, and stuck them in a basement and gave them jobs.
What?
It's for Minecraft. I went into a village, got all the villagers to go into my basement and put them in little stalls and gave them jobs. I give them nice things and I protect them from mobs because they're never allowed to leave my basement.
Okay.
So, what on earth?
Or perhaps Manson. I don't know.
It's not. Shiota and Muse say it's a sweatshop because I shared my.
That's literally the definition of a sweatshop.
What?
That's literally the definition of a sweatshop. That's literally.
I keep them safe. I give them food occasionally.
Safety does not mean never being able to leave isn't technically safety. I don't really count that as safety. I mean,
if they left, they could have gotten attacked by skeletons and zombies and things. They could have died.
Yeah, sure, but they also could have, lived a nice life and had their own place and like.
Oh, they wouldn't have had their own place. They had their own place. I kind of harvested all
because of you. So they were enjoying their life, and then you kidnapped them. And
relocated them to my basement, and then harvested. I relocated them to my basement, and then I harvested their houses so I could expand my house. There is nothing wrong with that.
I can't stay for long because we have to transfer, but. Oh my goodness. My only thought on this podcast is going to be, please don't enslave people. Alright.
Panda, can I explain my...
He has a sweatshop too!
What he said is a sweatshop.
Oh my god,
No, mine is not a sweatshop.
Okay, that sounds like something someone that runs a sweatshop would say.
Okay. My quote-unquote wolf sweatshop, quotation marks, is a kingdom. I have 99 people trying to get to 100. They all come of their own volition. I had nothing to do with it. I may have helped them out every once in a while, yes. They all had some sort of plight with where they live now. Some because they wanted more inspiration, some because they didn't like their boss, etc. They're all living happily in my kingdom. They're all walking in different locations. Some at an armory, some at a smithery, some at lumber yards, etc. But they all... Hang on, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you in advance.
Oh, I hate that feeling. Anywho.
Right.
My kingdom is all nice.
Mine is nice. It's a nice sheltered basement.
Your place is a basement, Wolf.
It's a nice nice basement.
Okay, you sound like Manson, and he sounds like Stalin. That's what it sounds like. Like, because yes, you're literally just like brainwashing people in a basement, and Shiota is like running like some kind of like communist like.
No. My kingdom is nice. It isn't just one.
Listen, I really have to go.
Yeah, you take everything to go.
Okay.
Oh, Panda, we'll miss you.
Goodbye. I really have to go. Okay. Goodbye.
Aww. Damn it, there goes our deciding factor.
Again, mine is not a sweatshop. Yours is a sweatshop. Mine is not.
Mine is nice. They are nice and sheltered and safe in my basement. Leave my basement alone. Mine is common. Mine is common. Most people who play Minecraft do this to villages.
Okay, then everyone that plays Minecraft is a flipping sweatshop owner.
Well, I thought you were going to say psychopath. I thought you were going to say psychopath because there are some crazy people who play Minecraft. But it is the best way to get someone who is good and ensure that you have access to them at any point in time that you need them. Otherwise, they're wandering through the village. Listen, when I originally took over the village, I tried the whole let them live in their house thing and whatever. Okay? I tried that. I just got tired of having to travel through the village to get to each and every single one of their houses. It's easy. Easy access is in my basement.
Your place is so a sweatshop.
No.
Yes.
It is a nice basement. It is nice. It is safe.
I feel like OSHA would have some issues with that.
Whatever. No OSHA. Minecraft OSHA. Yeah. Nah. I'm not worried. I have a nice basement. Anyway, I have an update about last week, and if y'all don't know what happened last week, go watch the podcast. It's called Tea Time with the Misfits. Or Misfits Tea Time, I mean. Go watch it. It's fun. But update. Managed to corner my... Well, not corner, but managed to run into my... the manager, P, who I had been struggling with. I had a conversation with him. Wound up having to explain everything. Including, the medical side of things. He was basically like, well, that's all you had to do was explain it. Like, he also explained, the hour cutting was actually because of, it was in fact slightly as a punishment, but it was also because of the fact that when M came and joined our group, and then one of the Bs got promoted to assistant manager, so now we have 3 assistant managers, and we don't need 3 assistant managers. We had, all of us were working like 35 hours a week, and we were going $600 over what we were supposed to be doing. So, yeah, he was like, I cut your hours because you're the only part-time person. You're not an assistant manager. Assistant managers have to have a certain number of hours. You're the only person I could, severely cut the hours of. And he was like, I'll cut everyone's hours that week, and we're still over by, $200. So, it is what it is. But he did confirm that, yes, I was going to start being trained to assist in another department. So, the hours I'm not getting in my department, I would get a few hours in this other department. So, yeah, I managed to get all that sorted. Now, about the probation thing, I don't know if I was on, probation, on file probation, or if he just said that it was probation to him. I am going to call HR and ask them if it's, on my file. Because if it's on my file, then I'm going to have another talk with him. If it's not, then I'm not going to worry about it.
So you're still going. Oh, so you're still going to call so.
Well, just because I want to see if it's like on my file, because to have that put on your file, especially over a misunderstanding, like great has a negative impact on your work stuff.
Oh, okay, Val.
So because it was over a misunderstanding that has clearly been resolved now, like I want to make sure that if it was put down, it's taken off my file. Because it was a misunderstanding.
I mean, I'm hoping, since you talked with P and cleared it up, I'm hoping he changed it.
Well, that's why I've waited like a good week. Because I talked to him, Monday, Sunday of...
Roughly?
Oh, yeah. So, I've given him time. So hopefully if it was on my file, it's been taken off. But if it's still on there, then I'm gonna have I'll have another talk with him. But yeah, no, he agreed it was clearly a misunderstanding. However, he still acted like a child about it. He handled it childishly. And so many things were still done wrong. That is still not, going by company policy and whatever, so still kind of annoyed. But, it is what it is. We're getting it. Things have been resolved, and now I just need to make sure it's not on my record, and then I can move past it, but...
Hopefully you do. I'm assuming they... So... Yesterday was hectic because... a higher up was coming, today.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm assuming they scheduled specifically for...
Oh, yeah,
shift.
To do the blocking. I can't help but notice every time we have higher-ups come to the store, I always have that closing shift.
Yeah, I'm hoping that kind of shows that...
Also, clearly it shows that I do a good job. The fact that they keep scheduling me to do the blocking. By the way, blocking, guys, if you've never worked like retail or in a grocery store, it's basically pulling all the products to the front so customers can see them and reach them. And just making sure things are put in the right spot. Make sure things look good, organized, nice. Yeah. So.
Walk with what you got.
Honestly, I am.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't ask me to close font.
Probably because they had called you in on both the Wednesday and Friday you were supposed to have off. You had gotten called in. They were probably trying to let you.
No, I called in today. Called in.
No, I mean, they're probably letting you get off early because you had kept being called in.
To be fair, I don't mind. I typically don't mind. The only day I would mind is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, they still did, but regardless. If they need a hand, I don't mind lending them one. Because I know if they're in a bad situation, they can get bad.
I'll say if they're in a situation where it's bad enough that they need to call people in.
And again, I don't mind.
That's true. We mind Wednesday because that would actually interfere with things, but.
Yeah, but also I also understand H's reasoning on that.
Yeah, okay. No, I do too.
A new cloak was getting chained. Could have potentially been chained by uh, a newer cook, which I understand that she doesn't have as much experience compared to someone like me, Jay, or whoever. Which, okay, fine, I understand that. That makes sense. I'm fine with that. I will give them a hand. Yada yada yada. Plus, most of the time I'm pretty flexible with scheduling, aside from Wednesdays.
I'll say aside from Wednesdays, we're both fairly flexible with our scheduling and stuff because it's not bad.
Like, I even don't mind coming in, like, I don't know, today on Fridays. Because, like, again, if I miss a recording, that's fine.
I mean, well,
Okay, well, let's not make it a habit, yeah, but
I'll say let's not make it a habit, but if you miss one every so often, it is fine.
yeah. You know, I low key think, like, I try to joke with H about it, but I don't know if she's actually we're just doing it as a joke or not.
Hmm.
Like, I'm hoping it's coming off as a joke. Like, I don't actually mean ill will from it. Oh shit! Okay, my kingdom just got large.
Focus back on the podcast.
Sorry, my kingdom is huge now. Anywho, again, I don't mind helping them out if they need a hand. Like, that's just how I am. Like, if you need help, okay, I'll help you. Like, that's just how I am. But like, things happen.
Yeah, things happen, unfortunately. It just all depends. I did wind up having to go into H today, so I had training that I needed to do for the new place or the whatever that was due today, and I wasn't aware it was due today, so I did wind up having to go in to get my password reset because, it wasn't liking my password for some odd reason.
Yeah, excuse me. I have a few ideas of why it changed, like why it wasn't taking it. My only thought process is because of the because we just recently switched programs that shows the schedule. So I mean, so for some reason, I'm one of the lucky ones and didn't have to worry about it. It's like, hey, it's fine with me. But for other people, it was a pain. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to help a lot of cashiers change their passwords because of it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we also had to switch from the old site where we had the schedule to this new one.
Yeah,
And
no,
the new one is basically making a lot of people have to change their passwords a lot because it's like not liking us or letting us in for some odd reason.
Yeah, Latte, how's the computer going?
I'm on my phone. I just decided to go on it so I can walk around the house.
Oh, okay, that works.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yep, works. Latte, how's your week been? Anything exciting happen?
Nothing too exciting. Just a few. 1 second.
And there she goes, folks.
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
I'm here. I'm back. My mom thought I was talking to her. for some reason.
Don't you love it when parents are like that?
Yes. But nothing too much. Just making some plans to go visit an uncle of mine in Texas. I'm thinking about flying out to go see him. And I got a new phone. I've been rocking a phone for like ever. Like since high school, I finally upgraded. So I'm
I'll say,
happy.
yeah, that's good. That means that you were having issues like with our group chat and stuff. You were having issues getting messages and stuff, and like a bunch of other things.
Oh yeah, yeah. My phone was tripping bad.
Your phone was tripping. Oh, I've never heard. That is the best thing. I'm gonna steal that.
What did you do to my work husband?
I know this is just random as all get out, but I decided to try a new hair oil because I do my hair a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to go with a oil from India for no apparent reason other than it looked good and the commercials made me want to buy it. And
Propaganda at its finest.
Yes, it worked. And actually, I love it. I love the oil. It's a
That's good.
amla hair oil and different things. It made doing my hair so much easier.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, advertisement worked for a good reason.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the few times it's beneficial.
Yeah, I found like the randomest like hair products work the best. Like, I was watching the Mexican channel like years ago. I don't know why. I was just watching it. And I found this like shampoo. And for some reason, once again, advertisements, obviously I kind of fall for any advertisements, was just so good. I'm like, I have to try this shampoo. It was all in Spanish. I was watching a Spanish channel and I bought it. It's my favorite shampoo ever. I've tried other stuff and it just never worked for me. I have like kind of like a sensitive scalp and skin, so I really need to be like careful what kind of types of shampoos I use.
Mm-hmm.
Because eczema basically can aggravate certain things if you don't use the right products. But shampoo works like a dream. It doesn't aggravate my scalp. Scalp's great. Hair's phenomenal. Strengthens your hair. It works. And now I got this Indian shampoo. So now I have a Mexican shampoo and Indian oil. My life is good.
Moral of that story is don't be afraid to try new things, guys. Just try it. See if the way it might work. It might work great.
Oh, yeah. It's the weirdest stuff. It's just, don't put yourself in a box. You never know.
Slowly looks away.
Mr. Paranoia over there.
No, it's not not paranoia.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any, like, anybody who has curly hair watching. I know Wolf has curly hair, but, like, curly hair products are expensive.
They are expensive as hell. I actually don't buy curly hair products for that reason, simply because it's just so expensive. I just buy the same old shampoo that, like, the rest of my family uses.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not spending, like, double the price of a regular shampoo.
No, I don't know if you use like any like curling creams and stuff on your hair or not.
No,
like,
all natural.
It could be like over $20 for a small jar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was younger, my parents used to put like mousse in my hair so it would keep the curls or whatever. Or I should say, so it would keep the curls in the tamed position that they had gotten them into, because if you have curly hair, your hair won't stay that way for a long time.
No.
No. And yeah, those bottles were like so expensive, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the curling creams are kind of similar to mousse. They're like denser, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And like the ingredients are like the weirdest things. Like we'll have like shea butter, like ylang-ylang, that's a real thing. Yes.
Ylang-ylang. That sounds like somebody just started making up words.
Yeah, they'll have all these like really like exotic ingredients. And so they charge you a exorbitant amount for basically having rare ingredients. And I'm like, I just want something that makes my hair look nice.
I just want something that works.
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
that's
you could pluck
affordable.
something off a tree from New Jersey, and I will take it.
It's like we don't care where like we don't care. We just need something that works because it is hard to find things, very hard to find things. And again, everyone's hair is different, so what may work for one person won't work for another.
No. Oh, for advice for anybody watching, also try old school products. A lot of those products are still on the market and still work great.
Yeah, nowadays a lot of people like to go for the the new stuff. Oh, it's new. It must be good. No, a lot of things like I actually heard this news story. There's this couple that are literally like living still in the like still living in like the 80s fashion and stuff. Like they have a house that's all built around it. They wear clothes that are built around it. They drive a car that's from that time period. Everything they have in their house, TV, products, cell phone, all of it, is stuff from back then. And it just lasts. It works.
Yeah, I got some antique cookware actually from my mom because my mom has like a lot of cooking machines. Like she has this bread machine that still works and I still use it. Makes great bread. Has like all these cool settings and stuff on it. Curly fry machine, rotisserie machine. It's like a tiny mini rotisserie. You can only put like Cornish hens in it. Like you know what a Cornish hen is, right?
No. You forget I don't cook.
Okay. Cornish hen is like a very, very small rotisserie chicken that you can buy. So instead of buying like the giant bird, you buy like this really small bird. It's basically like the size of, well, I have small hands, I guess, but like the size of your hand, kind of. Like open hand, not fist, but like an open hand is like how wide it is. And it's
that's
a whole
small.
chicken, the legs. Yeah, it has like the legs, the wings, everything. It's all there. And so she has a small rotisserie. And you can stack like I think about 2 of them on this like little, I guess you call it a spindle, and it'll cook it. And you have a perfect rotisserie just like right there. The whole thing just miniature with miniature chickens. It's like great. Probably do like a gyro on it too. I haven't tried that before. But yeah, all
sounds
this stuff.
good.
Yeah, all this stuff my mom got like in the like 80s and 90s. And all of it works. Like even her crock pot, which I use pretty frequently to make like beef stews and like Brunswick stews, use it to this day. Just used it like a couple weeks ago. Works. I bought a convection oven a month ago or so, and the thing was already broken when I bought it. Doesn't work. The broil baked and the baked broiled. The thing got over 500 degrees, like really bad, and I was just trying to make a cobbler.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's honestly a fire hazard, and
that's dangerous.
Yes, but that just proves to you that like new stuff breaks all the time. Old stuff lasts.
Well, it's because the materials were different too. Nowadays, everybody's going for the lightest, thinnest, nicest looking stuff. Back then, it was it needs to last because back then people were recovering from the Great Depression, didn't have a lot of money. Were working, getting low pay and stuff. They needed things that were going to last.
Yeah, I've been through so many like computers breaking and different things are acting up. We got this old Dell. I don't remember what it's called, but actually it was before I was born, I think. Once again, and we still have it, and it was like my first computer I was using. Still works. Nothing's wrong with it. Type papers, go on the internet. It's perfectly fine. The thing is so old, it looks like a military computer. It looks like something you would use like on deployment, practically. Like it's so thick and looks weird. But it's just a regular computer, but for some reason it just looks like it has a Call of Duty aesthetic to it. I have no idea why. But aren't things indestructible? New computers break all the time. This thing still works. It's up in the office. I can turn it on now and turn in a paper. weird.
Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that's the finicky thing, though. Some technology, due to certain applications, as they upgrade over time, they. Hi, Mom. My mom's poking her head in. Mom, this is technology talk. You're not going to understand any of it. A lot of applications on computers and stuff, things like Google and Microsoft and things, as you go on, it requires more and more space on your computer, and it requires more and more, like, features to function.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of the old school computers just don't have that, which is why you have to do so many upgrades. But those computers still work. Those computers still work, especially, those, like, big old, blocky looking computers. Yeah, they still work.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, they might not be able to run certain features and stuff due to the fact that, like Google or Microsoft and things require a certain amount of, like, RAM to run. But, no, they still run, they still work. But a lot of people are just like, they want the newest thing, they want the best thing. The biggest problem people have nowadays that I find is people love to compare themselves to other people. People love to compare themselves to other people. They go, my neighbor has a nice house, nice car. I want that. And they're so busy comparing themselves to others, when they get that nice stuff, they're not satisfied with it.
Nope.
And it's like, you just gotta do you. Stop focusing on everyone else and just get stuff that makes you happy. You don't need the newest things. You just need something that works.
Well, you'll never keep up with the trend because the trend's always evolving.
The trend's always changing. I'll say,
I just got a new phone. It's like the latest iPhone. Luckily, I got in before the shortage happened. But but next year they're gonna have like another iPhone, so then my phone's gonna be old, and I don't feel like upgrading every single year, because that's a waste of money and just stressful.
I'll say, that's stressful. And plus, a lot of sometimes, and I hate that they do this, like the iPhone and stuff, they'll make it so the old charger cable that you had doesn't work on the new one, so then you have to buy the charger cable. And then you have to buy phone cases, screen protectors, all that stuff. And it really adds up. And, in less than a year, it's going to be outdated. Because the new one's going to come out. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And remember when we were in elementary school? And it was like, peace signs were a big thing. Everyone wore t-shirts and stuff that had peace signs on them. And then Heelys were a huge thing, which I still love Heelys. If I could find a pair, like an adult pair of Heelys, I would love to have them. I would absolutely love them.
Like, I never had Heelys, but I was always just scared I was just gonna, like, slide away. That was fun.
Aww.
Like, I just wouldn't be able to stop or something.
Aww. Yeah, no, I love them.
Yeah. I would try them, like, now. Well, maybe not, like, now. I just get real roller skates, because I actually do know how to skate.
Yeah, dude, I want to get roller skates again. I used to have rollerblades, but I don't have rollerblades anymore, and it's disappointing because I really loved roller skating around and stuff.
It's just so hilly around here, honestly.
It is very hilly. I'll say, Latte and I, we live down the road from each other. There is a giant hill between us.
Both ways.
There's giant hills everywhere. They're perfect in the wintertime when you want to go sledding, if it snows. That's big if. But, no, it's just so hilly.
Oh, yeah. That's why I bought, like, an electric bike, because I wouldn't be able to get around the neighborhood if I wanted to, like, try to bike around here.
Oh yeah, no. Whenever I try to bike around here, and I haven't biked in a while, like I always just go around like the block that's where my house is, rather than drive around my neighborhood because I know I'm gonna get stuck by a hill and I'm gonna be too tired to go up, and I'm just gonna have to hop off and walk. And it's like, nah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, that's why I bought that, because it just helps. So anytime I go up a hill, I could just bike right up it and different things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's also good for like people who aren't used to biking, just like in general, and you want to like get used to it again.
Yeah, it helps ease you into it.
Mm-hmm. They have different types of electric bikes by like different companies that some are like more basic, where you might only have like, let's say, like a little throttle, and you can only like throttle it like a motorcycle if you want it to kick in. But then some have like pedal assist, where when you start pedaling, it gives you energy. So if somebody's looking for one, you can find one that works for you. They have like a lot of cheaper ones that are like, I don't remember, I haven't looked in a long time, but like $400. And then you have some that can go up like above 1,000.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so you can really find something that's kind of like in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just trying to find it, and if you time it right, like if you wait, I guarantee it's gonna, a sale's gonna happen or something. Like it will go down in price, especially Black Friday and stuff's coming up, and Cyber Monday and or I should say Black Friday week and Cyber Monday week, because now they last a week. It's not just one day sales anymore.
No,
but
which I like.
I'll say which you like, because poor Latte went to the store once to get something, and I had to go. Didn't I have to go and like rescue you or something?
I can't remember.
Because I think you were trying to get, there's some kind of like not microwave oven or something, like a small oven you were trying to get. It was on sale, and then like people were so crazy that you like called me, and I went over and helped you out.
Oh man, I can't remember that.
It happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was crazy.
Yeah, shopping is scary.
Especially
you can't see over anything. Then it's even scarier.
Yeah, poor Latte. It's okay. You got friends here to help you out.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I have never. The only time I've ever dealt with crowds was like after Christmas. I had to go to GameStop and I had to get something because I had gotten a gift. Yeah, it was a bad move. It was a horrible move. Long story short, I brought my DS and I brought a game to play, and we were there an hour and a half, and it was only like 5-6 people in front of me. It took an hour and a half.
No.
It took a ridiculously long time. It was something. But
yeah, no, if I ever need to return something after Christmas, which I try not to because I don't feel guilty about, I wait a few days.
Well, see, I was going to wait a few days, but my family, what my mom likes to do for some odd reason is, or not odd, but what she likes to have us do is, she'll, like, literally 2 days after Christmas, we'll go out of town. So I was trying to get this game, because my parents had gotten me a game, and it just wasn't for my system, so I was trying to swap it out with, the exact same game, but with a different system. And I had called GameStop, and they're like, oh yeah, you can just come here and swap it out, like, it's fine. And yeah, it was ridiculous. I waited so long. It was like, I'm never doing this again.
Honestly, like, Black Friday's just gotten, like, rowdier and rowdier over the years. Honestly, at this point, you practically need a buddy system.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna go to Black Friday, guys, make sure you have people with you. Because, unfortunately, there are some psychopaths out there. There are people who, like, if you wanna, just go on YouTube, type it in Black Friday Madness. And people will push, shove, they will rip things out of your hands. People have gotten into fights, pepper spray, all of it. It's like when you try to go and get Christmas presents at Christmas. Like it's just hard to get things because people go crazy.
Yeah, this is why people should shop online.
That's why I always shop online. Every time that I shop and stuff, it's always online. It's like if I need to pick it up at the store, sure, I'll do that if needs be, but it will be after after the safety period. When there's the safety period, and these crazies won't be going here for the deals. No. Like, yeah, people just go crazy.
Like, Walmart pickup like on a Black Friday. You know what I mean?
I do wonder.
But you know how they have like that little section in the store where like you can just like grab items.
Mm-hmm.
Like type of pickup. It's not like you get in your car pickup, like indoor pickup.
Yeah,
like, that
indoor
would be
pickup.
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome to do. I think on a Black Friday, just like ignore the crowds, just dip to like the little customer service area, just grab your stuff and just leave. Oh, have you seen where they have taken Black Friday to like other countries?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they stopped only doing it in America. They do it in other countries now too.
Oh no. It's spreading, guys. It's like a disease. Shioda, it's a disease. It's spreading.
It is.
I already do have coupon Karens at work. I don't deal with them outside of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you should see it. I remember, I'm trying to remember, it's a few years ago. I remember the first time they started doing it like in England or someplace. And I just remember them saying like we were unprepared.
Yeah, you're unprepared for how crazy people are. See, they should have gone on YouTube and watched videos of Americans. Because then they would realize.
Yeah, they're like, this is fine. This isn't America. Don't worry about it. It's like we just have like one security guard. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, and then people went crazy.
Yeah, the famous fighting over TV starts happening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, people get violent.
They do. They need to chill out. Like
it kind of reminds me of when, like at the beginning of COVID, when everybody, and yes, guys, COVID is still going on. Stop denying. A lot of people are like, oh, this post-COVID environment. I'm like, no, COVID is still around. It is not post-COVID. But yeah, no, it just like it reminds me of that craziness when everybody was going there and buying toilet paper for some stupid reason. I'll never understand that. They point blank had announced on the news it has nothing to do with, there. It's your lungs. And people were still buying toilet paper.
We'll be fucking glad you didn't have to deal with that bullshit.
I am glad. I am so thankful. Well, I wouldn't have been able to anyway because I wouldn't have been able to get a job. It was right after I got surgery on my shoulder.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
It wasn't just toilet paper, like also like rubbing alcohol and stuff.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol, hand sanitizer, gloves, masks, all of it. It was near impossible finding anything. I remember I really struggled because I was trying to find gloves because all this COVID stuff has been making my OCD go nuts. And so I was trying to find gloves. And I went to so many stores. I wound up, a guy wound up taking pity on me and gave me, like, he was like, hey, we have, like, associate, like a couple boxes of associate gloves. Like, I'll just give you some. I was like, thank you.
Oh my god, but legitimately.
I'm just gonna have y'all been watching the news lately?
No.
Okay, well, it's starting again. The cold shortage stuff all over again.
I'm not surprised. You should see our shelves. Yeah, you should see our shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, our shelves are pretty empty.
Yeah, so people might start panicking over toilet paper again.
Okay.
So that's just a little heads up. It's just because there's a supply chain shortage, so it's kind of making people panic over everything that probably has nothing to do with the supply chain.
No, what's going on now is a shortage of truck drivers.
Yeah.
Like, the fact, like, the
Well,
supply
shortage
places-
of truck drivers and then just shortage of materials and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's a shortage of like you said, shortage of truck drivers, and there's something going on with like I know some of the ports. I was watching the news and they didn't like explain fully like what's going on there. All I know is there's a lot of ships in the harbor and not that many are docking for some reason. But yeah, so it's like a double whammy really between the ships and the trucks.
Oh yeah, no, we can't win. We
But
just
no,
can't win.
like, okay, when COVID first started, we got and this is when all the toilet paper shenanigans was going on. We got a truck in. They had toilet paper. They didn't even bother putting on any shelf. They just took it to the front of the store, just set the pallet right there, and was like, "Go at it."
Yeah, have at it. No, I've been informed that when it comes time for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's going to be similar to what we're going to wind up doing in my department because people are going to be buying things like crazy.
Didn't B mention like he had one like just scare the crap out of him once?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So guys, please never do this, but I know some people have. When you see the double doors that say associates only, don't go in there. We get the odd customer at least once a week that thinks, oh, I'm just going to poke my head in there so I can find somebody back there to answer my question. No. So, our doors, you go straight through the double doors for our store, and right in front of you, like a good 10 feet away from the doors, are our freezer and our cooler, because I work in the dairy frozen section. B was in the cooler, down stacking some pallets and stuff. He was getting stuff off pallets, getting them sorted and things. And he had a customer who decided not only were they going to go into the back, but they were going to open up the cooler and poke their head in. So they opened up the cooler door and poked their head in and said, hey, do you have any of this in the back? And B was like, they scared the crap out of me. Because customers aren't supposed to be back there. Much less open the doors. And yeah, this lady apparently thought, hey, it's not aimed at me. I'm gonna go do this.
Well, too many people take the customer's always right thing way too
Oh my
seriously.
gosh. Yeah, the amount of people we have to deal with that do that. It's like,
I act like I do, but I don't. Because as someone who works on the front line, they aren't.
I'll say, guys, I know you like to think the customer is always right. Most of the time, you're wrong, actually. We're just going to nod and agree with you so you don't scream in our faces. Of course, you still might scream in our faces, because that's what you do. But most of the time, unfortunately, you are not right. Hate to admit it, but that's just how it is.
Ever since I started working retail, I started thinking like whoever came up with the policy the customer saw is right clearly has never worked retail.
They have never worked retail.
Because like the amount of times I had to go back and double check a tag, make sure it's not expired, etc., etc. The customer is not always right. Sometimes they are, which okay, but most often they aren't.
I'll say, yeah, sometimes, rare chance, yeah, you might be right, customers, but most of the time you aren't. You're just making assumptions or thinking that you know how our system works, and it does not work that way.
Oh my god.
Don't get mad when somebody doesn't know something or
I'm putting down my game and I'm going on a rant.
Oh, we're back to ranting, guys. Let's go.
The amount of fucking times some bitch walks up to me and starts blabbing about some sort of some sort of our company's policy. They're like, but your policy says blah blah blah. I don't care what the policy says. The policy wasn't made during a fucking pandemic, bitch.
I'll say, yeah, policy wasn't made during a pandemic, guys. You cannot say, but the policy says this. Because, I'm sorry, guys, it just wasn't made during the pandemic. It's just not how it works.
First off, rain checks, which has always been a thing of contingency with me, but rain checks,
oh, people love taking rain checks.
No, it's dumb. Sometimes it's I ran a rain check on this. And I was like, okay, is it the ad or is it an e-fic? And I was like, well, that's never been a thing. I was like, well, you've never been in the middle of a pandemic before. Because when we bought the rain checks, corporate was specific when they said the item has to be either on our company's weekly emails or in the ad. If it's not in either, we can't give it to them. But sometimes our manager is like, just give it to them. Because we don't want to angry cut them. Because then they'll complain to corporate and then make us a stock badge. And it's bullshit.
Or they'll just scream in our face.
Yeah.
And then go to corporate and complain.
I had this customer yesterday. It was a coupon Karen. She had 4 boxes of some sort of ice cream. She had coupons. The coupon specifically says limit 2 items per shopping trip. And I was like, man, we can only take 2 of these. And I was like, no. And then she starts going on some sort of tangent. At this point, I just zone them out at this point because I don't want to hear it. Then I call our co-manager G to the register, and I was like, hey, I know we've had this problem before, but she's saying she should get 2 coupons. Or not 2, 3 coupons. But the coupons
normally the limit is 2. I never understand why people think they can use 3 or 4. Normally the limit is 2.
But what turns me off a little bit better, a little bit more, is he was like, just give him the 3, and that took me off because okay, don't get me wrong, I like G. I like closing with him. He's a great guy, but then it feels like he was taking the customer style, which okay, fine. Angry customer, fine. But coupons has always been a very thing of contingency with me. Literally, when I was just a cashier, I would literally just scan the item, put the item to the side, keep scanning them, and when the person gives me a coupon, because you can typically tell when they're coupons because they bring a fucking binder full of coupons.
Or they bring the stupid catalog.
Then I would sort the coupons according to the item, scan everything up, make sure everything's correct. Then I bag them, because if you come into a store with 20 fucking coupons, you should expect to wait while the cashier properly processes your order. But this lady, this fucking bitch, got off with $5 to her bill for ice cream. By the time she gets to the point where she's gonna eat all 4 of those boxes, they're gonna be dead. Then there was the people who come in with for the cleaning supplies. Yes, cleaning supplies are expensive. Yes, we know there's chemicals, but by the time they get done with all that laundry, you don't need that much detergent.
That will last them a year.
Yeah, but then they come back a week later with getting the same thing.
Well, it's because, and I was telling people this the other day. When people see the word sale, they go gaga. They go, I have to have it, and it's like you don't though. That was the problem with my grandma when she was living on her own, living in her apartment. She, every time there would be a sale or every time she had a coupon, she would just go and buy stuff. I swear. She had things, when we went through her apartment for moving her, she is in a nursing home now, guys. Before we moved her there, though, we were going through her stuff. Half the things she owned still had the price tag on them. She just kept it, she would just keep it in the bag and stick it somewhere. It's like, you don't need it. You don't need that stuff. You're not going to use it. You just want the deal.
Yeah. Like,
and then it's going to sit there.
Okay, to be fair, Barnes & Noble's
about
they
this
should-
thing.
Wait, Latte, what are you saying?
I think my mom and I had a conversation about this sort of thing the other day because my mom likes to buy like stuff on sale a lot, and she's just kind of she was talking about I remember now. Yeah, she got all these coupons in the mail. I don't know, like, if you guys get those too, but sometimes we get junk mail with a bunch of coupons, like $100 worth of coupons. And she was telling me, she's like, I don't feel like going through these coupons and buying things that I don't want just because there's a discount. And we were just kind of talking, and we came to the conclusion that it's like buying stuff on a coupon that you don't want is the same thing as wasting money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is wasting money because you're just not going to use it. It's like, congratulations, you bought this, now what?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I'd rather use the brand of, like, we use, like, Tide, what's it called, laundry detergent stuff. She's like, I don't want another brand if I just want Tide. It's like, it's easier for me to wait for Tide to be on sale, than to use a coupon for something she hates.
Use a coupon for something you hate and that you're never going to use. And it's like, just be patient, guys. Eventually, everything will go on sale.
Yes.
You've just got to be patient and wait for it.
Yeah, like a lot of stores have like weekly sales, but something that's like not on sale, you could probably check the next week and it will be. So you can get what you want eventually if you just are patient.
Yeah, but nowadays society, everyone is so impatient. They want things right now. They don't want to wait. They want it now. Yeah. Why should they have to wait? Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. And the best things the grocery store, like in my opinion, to buy on sale are frozen items, or maybe like I would say like fruit and different things, fruit and vegetables. Because frozen items are great because they pretty much will keep for like months to even like a year. So if you're able to buy something like, let's say like meat or something like shrimp. I know shrimp is meat, but you know what I mean. Yeah. It's like you buy like a lot of it on sale and then just keep it and just use it at your own
pace. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not have to worry.
Yeah. So it's like I wouldn't buy, like, let's say, stressing out about buying like a ton of milk because milk might not last that long.
My gosh, yes. The amount of things that we have, people will buy, like when eggs go on sale. For example, our eggs will go on sale for like 99 cents. People will buy like 5 packs of it. I'm like, lady, you're not going to go through all those. They're going to expire before you go through them.
Mm-hmm. A weird item that you actually can freeze to keep forever is bread. I won't say it keeps forever, but it keeps for a long time.
Oh, I know you can freeze bread.
If you
we freeze our gluten-free bread.
Mm-hmm.
At the store.
Like that. Mm-hmm. You can also freeze like some like vegetables and different things too, but you have to check like on the internet like the way to do it. Like you could freeze like cabbage, let's say, like you got to chop it up and freeze it. There is like one way where it involves like blanching the cabbage and then freezing it, and then one way is just chopping it raw, and it has like 2 different like shelf lives. So you have to be careful when you save something that you have to like not just shove it in there. Always check like to see how long it can stay in there.
Yeah, no, you can freeze a variety of things. Like you can freeze bagels, you can freeze cream cheese, which sounds crazy, but yeah, you can freeze cream cheese. It won't have the same like smooth texture afterwards. You can
And cake too. Cake is great to freeze.
Yeah, cake. You freeze cake. You can freeze cake, freeze pie. Obviously, fruits.
Some soups too, like soups that don't have like pasta in them, you can actually freeze. If you freeze a soup with pasta,
I'll say
sometimes
tomato soup you can freeze, but like chicken noodle soup you can't.
no. And it's good to buy like fresh fruit and different things and vegetables because those are always great to have around because they're healthy. As well as sometimes it could be a little bit pricey. So if you can like kind of plan your whole like week meal around some of the vegetables you can buy, you can make sure that you use like all of the ingredients and not just let them rot on your countertop.
I would say, yeah, when you get fresh fruits and vegetables, you really need to plan things out so you actually use them. Because otherwise, it's going to be rotting. And it's a waste of money. You don't want to waste your money, guys. Which, again, it brings us back to the I don't know why people buy all this stuff just because they're on sale. I get it. The word sale makes people excited, but you're not going to use half of the things that you get. So why buy it? I'll say I've gotten good sale deals before. Actually, when Muse, Shielda, and I went to the mall, before Muse went back to school, we were getting like Muse got her ears pierced, and so she can actually wear earrings and stuff. And so we had gone and we're looking at earrings and things. And I had a little like coupon thing where I could get a certain amount of earrings and then get one free. And I was like, I don't need all these earrings. I'll get these 2 pairs of earrings, and she can get the other like 3. Like do I need this much? No. So she can have it. Otherwise, yeah, you get all that stuff and it just sits there. Anything else anyone wants to talk about, or we want to wrap this up?
I'm over here fuming.
About?
Just so random how people, especially coupons, are morons.
Well, I think that show, like Super Coupons or something, remember that?
Oh, Super Couponers, yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of what started the coupon craze because people always think they're like smarter than others.
Oh my gosh, yes. They love being like, I'm smarter than you, look. I got this sale. I got all this stuff. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what started the mayhem, really.
And it allowed people who didn't coupon before to see how great couponing was. Except for now, people take it to the extreme. And go crazy with it, and it's just.
Used to do triple coupon day, which typically turned into a week. And literally, if we didn't stop doing that because of COVID, I would have quit on the spot. Because those days were the worst. I always dreaded walking in, seeing those signs posted up on our front door. It got so flipping busy because people wanted the extra savings.
Oh yeah, no, it was. It sounds like a headache.
We had to call other people up from different departments because we were being so packed. So you would have been called up multiple times.
Oh, I'm sure I would have.
But no, the coupon Karen I had to deal with, like, after she checked out, she was like, "Can you even call me? Can you even call up here? I need to go grab something." I was like, and at this point, it was like, okay, go, like, yeah, but get out of my face. Then she comes up. Then I go to one of the clerks who happened to be on self check. I was like, hey, can you go help this lady? And he's like, okay. And she
I don't
goes
want to deal with her.
No, literally, I felt like I was going to start melting off the hole because that was where that was where my temple was. Like, if I had to deal with this lady one more time, I was going to say something that I would probably regret later when I was in my sane mind. But in the middle of it, M comes back to me because I have more experience with it. And she says, hey, Sheila, so this lady thinks I should double the coupon because it's, I don't know, under $1 or something. And obviously both of us thought it was bullshit, but I was like, just give it a hold to get her out of the stall. Because otherwise we would have to call the manager back up again, and then it would be a whole headache, and I really wanted her out of my face. Ugh.
Yeah, no. Some people are crazy. Did you hear about the lady? I don't know if you were working that day. There is a lady who went to our store, filled up her cart with, like, cold stuff, and it was all, like, produce, and I think she got sushi, and then she got some, like, eggs and milk and yogurt and, like, all this other stuff, filled up her cart, and then started walking around the store asking people to buy it for her.
Wait, what?
No.
She filled up her cart, and then she legit went around asking people to buy it for her. Because she went to checkout, found out what the total was, and then walked around trying to get people to pay for it. And then no one did it because no one's an idiot. And it was hundreds of dollars. It was over $100 in groceries. And she just abandoned her cart and left. Because then we found all this stuff. Because it's not like she just left it at the end of the aisle in plain sight. No, she, like, tucked it into the corner so people wouldn't see it. Because then I brought it up to the front, and we were like, what the hell is all this? What on earth? Like, these are all putbacks? Like, we have to put all this back? And a person had overheard us, a customer, and said, yeah, some lady had been walking around the store asking people to buy it for her. And I was like, what in the world?
I mean, she could have probably bought some of the stuff she wanted.
I know, but she wanted people to pay for the entire thing. But here's the kicker is, because some people are going to rise to her defense and be like, oh, maybe she couldn't afford it. She was buying fresh produce, which is expensive. If you bought frozen things, it would be less expensive. She was buying all of this stuff that was expensive. If she had bought frozen products or other brands, it would have been less expensive. So don't defend her by saying, oh, maybe she couldn't afford it, because she put all this stuff in her cart. She knew what she was doing. Yes. And yeah.
Some of the people that come to our store, I swear on something.
I don't understand some people.
Yeah.
But we want to go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, I need to de-stress.
So that way people can de-stress and eat before we go and record something. Ooh, Halloween related. Ooh. Also, I should make this announcement. Guys, no podcast on next week. Audience, no podcast on October 23rd. Because it was October 22nd. We normally record this on Fridays. And then it gets released on Saturday. Muse's art show is literally those days. And so half of us will be going to the show, and then other people are busy with work and family and stuff. So we are not going to be doing anything.
Come back next and the week after, and we'll probably think about the art show.
I'll see. come back the next week. We'll talk about the art show. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed this crazy podcast. Anybody got podcast title suggestions?
Nope.
Okay, I will have to be creative then. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time.